Good morning everyone. So I have a quick video for you. I want to show you something very interesting here on USD THB. So you guys know I posted a setup here, and first of all let me show you what this setup was based on. So this setup was based on the fact that you have a very strong uptrend right here. Right, so you see the daily 20 and the daily 50. The 20 is above the 50, same with the 4 hour. 20 is above the 50, and it's just looking very strong, right? It's a very strong uptrend here. I marked out 3 horizontal levels here based on historic price action to the left, like major resistance areas, right? And the entry is based on the fact that, you know, if you look at the behavior of the trend here, you will see that price is bouncing very nicely off on the 20 EMA on the 4 hour here, right? And whenever you have a stochastic RSI bull cross below 20 on the bounce, you have I would say a high probability that the trend will continue to the upside, especially if that retest happens on a previous SR level. So it's not only a bounce on the 20 EMA in the 4 hour, it's also a break and retest of a horizontal level like this one right here, right? You can see how it's, you know, you got a reclaim of the horizontal level right here with a 4 hour bullish pin, a 4 hour bearish, a 4 hour bullish engulfing on that level with a stochastic bull cross confluent with the 20 EMA in 4 hour. So we're seeing something similar right here, right? So there's something, I don't know, like there's some level right here. You can probably draw something like this, right? So there's a horizontal level right here. You're testing the 4 hour 20 EMA confluent with that level and the weekly open, and you are then getting a 4 hour bullish engulfing with a 4 hour stochastics bull cross right here. So that was my entry trigger. I entered on that 4 hour close with stops below the weekly open. Now I also want to show you, like, if you want to take this one step further and get as good of an entry as possible, we go down to the 1 hour and we look at this trend line right here, right? So I do like how, and of course, trend lines are subjective. At least for me, there's no, I don't really have any clear rules on how to draw the trend lines or where to draw the trend lines. I'm just adding a trend line to kind of show myself or give myself an area of interest for a potential retest, right? But usually what I like to do is if you like, when you have a 4 hour bullish engulfing, either you're gonna get two things, right? Either you're gonna retrace down to a low time frame level, or you're just gonna continue straight up, right? I took the risk here of entering on the candle close because I thought that, you know, the risk of continuing higher was quite high because we have already tested the 20 EMA quite a few times here. But if you look at this chart right here, let's move forward on the 1 hour. You see we start retracing down here. So that's a pretty decent retrace. We can now, like, when we see this, a 4 hour bearish engulfing right here with stochastics bear cross above 20 on the 1 hour, we can expect price to move lower. Now, where is the best area? If I add the fibs from that low to this high, you could also use that one because, I mean, it could use that one because that is that's the low price, like that's the low of the breakout move, but it doesn't really matter. Like you can use that one as well because it's not a big difference, and on the 4 hour kind of makes more sense. So if you extend this to the right, you will notice that the reload zone is in a quite nice area here, right? So if you can come down and test the reload zone here, confluent with the 4 hour 20 EMA and the trend line, that would obviously be a very good entry. So what you could do in this case, if you want to take a risk and risk missing out on the move if you continue higher, but you're also getting a much better risk to reward, this is a very good this is also a very good thing to be, you know, to force yourself to be patient, to put in limit orders below current price where you would want to buy, right? So let's see if we can put in a right here, right between the 50% and the 618. I like that area, right? Stops is going to be below the one, below the low. And then we're going to use the same take profits here. And you're going to notice that the risk to reward on this trade is just fantastic, right? If you can get trades like this, obviously you don't have to run this all the way up to the last take profit. You could take one here, and one here. That would still be like a $7 trade or something, or even all only up to this one, and use these fibs as take profits. Maybe even TP1 here, TP2 and TP3. That would bring in around a 4R trade, which is also very, very good, right? So if you look at price action, how it's reacting to this trend line, you have a lot of confidence in this general area right here. You might want to put the stop loss a little bit lower, maybe all the way down here, to give it some room to play out. So let's see what happens here. Now the entry is hit right on the trend line. You then have a dip down into the, you hit the 618 of the RLC and the 4-hour 20 EMA. And then all the way down, hit the midpoint of the RLC perfectly right there. And this is where we are right now. So instead of entering up here, you could have entered a little bit lower with a much better risk to reward. Alright guys, so that's just a quick video for you, showing you how I look for trades on the daily and the 4-hour, and then if I see an entry trigger on the 4-hour, I sometimes like to zoom in on the 1-hour to see if there's any great confluences below current price to put in limit orders and just hope for the best. Hope for price to hit that limit order and then continue higher based on the daily and the 4-hour trend. Alright guys, take care.